fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the DX GotcharTornado from Kamen Rider Gotchard. I think it's kind of interesting that they're trying to fuse the words Gotchard and Tornado, but they don't share the same letter, so that's fun. But we got the GotcharTornado. It looks very much like the Ninja Dueler, in my opinion, but this one does not split in half. Instead, it's got this rotating piece that holds the card in the center, hence the tornado, and it comes with the Mechani Rider Chemi trading card, so we got that. And then I'm one episode behind, so I saw the first episode with Needlehawk, but not the second. I'm assuming he utilizes this weapon, hence he is featured very prominently here on the front of the packaging, but it looks like maybe Steam Hopper can use it as well, or they just put Steam Hopper on there because it's the main form. I don't know. Taking a look at the top here, we also got Appare Skebo checking it out, so I guess a lot of different forms can use this weapon. You can see here that on the show, the prop is much larger than the actual toy. This is quite tiny. And then it just, of course, shows the card again. Taking a look at the bottom, just your usual warnings and whatnot, but it does come with two LR44 batteries included, so you don't have to provide your own batteries. Always appreciated. And then over here, we've just got some more of the forms using it. Again, I cannot get over how much cooler this thing looks when it is appropriately sized. And then over here, these are the two things that are included in the box. Spinning it around to the back, just kind of showing you how to use the thing. Press the trigger, pull the arrow thing on the back. We'll get into it. And then, of course, you can actually pair Mechani with Gold Dash, which is actually pretty cool. Did not think we were going to see a form with the bike card. I kind of just assumed the bike card would summon the bike and that's it. But that's a pretty cool looking suit. I'm really excited to see that in the show. I hope that shows up because that is pretty awesome. So that's it for the box. I'm going to go ahead and get everything out of the packaging here and we'll take a closer look. So here is the GotcharTornado out of the packaging. Like I said, it is rather tiny. But we're keeping that translucent orange theme, so we got that going here for the blades slash bow part of the GotcharTornado. Got a little bit of metallic gold paint here. Looks kind of nice. A little bit over here as well. On the back here, we have this big sticker. I don't really know what this thing is doing. I'm assuming it's just so that when it spins, you know, the effect of having the two things spin kind of make it look like they're the same photo, so it kind of looks like the card inside is, you know, radiating lightning or something like that. Basically, how this works, you do have a little pin, or I should say a little tab to pull out of there to activate the batteries. If you would ever need to change them, you just depress this little piece right here. The panel slides off. You can change your batteries. Here is the speaker. Once again, positioning it under the hand. I don't know why this is a thing. I don't like that this is becoming the norm for these toys. Stop putting the speaker under where my hand goes, because then it's hard to hear it. But we'll manage. So this thing here, before I turn it on, we have our components. We have the trigger. We have this piece here, which is kind of like you supposed to be drawing back the arrow. How this works is there's a little piece right here that you can slide up, which you will see unlocks this so that this will spin when you pull this back. If you don't unlock it, it will not spin. So there's reasons to unlock it and lock it, and we'll get into that in a moment. When you go to put the card in, you have to push this piece here back, and then when you push the card in, it will slide it back, and that's how it knows which sounds to do. Unfortunately, on mine, it's really loose. It's not great. I don't know if that's mine's just kind of busted or if they're all like that, but it really doesn't lock into place. So if you have it, like when it's in like this, that's how it knows to do the basic sounds, because then it knows there's no card inserted. But if I just kind of flick it, it'll move over, so I don't actually have to put a card in. And of course, if I have it spin without a card in, the centrifugal force will flip that to the edge, and that will activate it as well. So again, I don't know if that's just mine or what, but this little piece is definitely loose. You can kind of see, I don't think it's supposed to work like that, but it could just be gravity. So we'll try to have gravity work in our favor, and we'll hold it like this for the moment. So I'm going to go ahead. The on and off switch is right here. Right there. So we'll pop it on. So of course it says its name, the GotcharTornado. And again, I want to make sure this is all the way down so it doesn't think a card is in here. And if we press the trigger button, just kind of get like a generic firing sound. If you pull this back, you get kind of like a burst firing sound. So this will stay out until you unlock this so that this can spin, because by spinning, that will draw this back in. So if I go ahead and push this up, and I'll show you how the centrifugal force is going to make it think there's a card inside. So as you heard there, the centrifugal force will move that button around, and that will make it think that a card has been inserted. So I'm going to push that down again. So like I said, the button's just loose on mine. It's kind of a bummer. But how this is supposed to work, let me put this down for a moment so we can check out our brand new Ride Kemi card. We have Mechani Canny. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. But he is a cool robot crab. And what's not to love about that? Looks like he's got 2 guns for claws. Again, pretty cool. Very nice and holofoil sparkly. This is part of the TCS series, and it is number 23. And it is a super rare. And then you can see here that it pairs with a vehicle. So because it is number 3, it's going to pair with the vehicle of number 7, which of course is Gold Dash. We'll get to that a little bit later on. But how this is supposed to work, if the button is cooperating, when this is down, when you slide the card in, it will push this piece right here, which will then push this on the back. Not yet. Settle down. Okay, let's go ahead and pop the card in. Now, this is not a reader. It does not know what card you're putting in. It does not matter. And apparently, you don't even have to put a card in. But it's just going to press that button back, so it does not matter what card you use. So now we get some pretty cool standby music. If we press the trigger, it'll say Kemi slash. If we pull this back, so it'll say tornado arrow. It doesn't matter if this thing ends up spinning or not. It'll still say the same sound effect, but just for fun, let's go ahead and unlock this. And then I'll pull this back a little bit more. So I guess by that spinning with the sticker on the back, it's supposed to look like the crab is firing. It kind of works. It's not the best, but it's kind of neat. And then we can just go ahead and lock this back in place here. And that will stay as it is supposed to. If you would like to remove the card, you just push this. And that will slide it out a little bit so that you can pop it out. And just to illustrate my point, we'll go ahead and pop Gold Dash in since we have it handy. So again, doesn't matter what card you put in there. It's just pushing a button. It's not a reader. It doesn't matter. And you can see that slides the card back out. So that's kind of it. It's got the 4 sounds. It's got the generic trigger sound. It's got the generic arrow sound. Then when you put the card in, it's got the Gotchard slash, and then it's got the tornado arrow. And that's pretty much it. Those are your 4 sounds. Again, this is a little busted on mine, but I think it's kind of neat the way it works, the way it's supposed to work anyway, where you slide the card in and that way it knows a card's inserted, and then it'll give you the different powered up attacks. When there's not a card inserted, it does the kind of generic attack sounds, which I think is kind of cool. Obviously, I wish it was a little bit larger, but I say that a lot about these roleplay items. They're usually fairly dinky in size. But who knows, maybe they'll do some kind of crazy memorial edition in a year or something like that, some CSM version. Probably not. But there we go. That's what this does. It's okay. We'll talk about it a little bit more later. But let's go ahead. I'm going to bring in the driver so we can get to our new combination. All right, let's pop in our new combo here. So first up we have Canny. Gold Dash. And of course, we got to check him out in the Chemi Riser. And we'll do Gold Dash for fun. So that's going to do it for the GotcharTornado. It's okay. I kind of like how all the weapons have this translucent orange theme going. It makes them all feel really unified and part of the same rider, which I like. But this one's just not that fun in my opinion. You get 4 unique sounds. You can put the card in, which is kind of cool, and that section does spin, which is kind of neat, and obviously goes with the tornado theme. But, you know, that button on the back, at least on mine, is very loose, and so it's constantly trying to change itself between the 2 modes, which isn't great. Now, again, maybe that's just a defect with mine. I don't know. I've seen some other videos online. It doesn't seem like other people are having that problem, or at least they're not commenting on it. I don't know. If you picked this one up and you have the same issue, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you, because I'm trying to see if I just got kind of a defective one or not. I mean, I can live with it. It still works. It still does everything I need it to do. It's just kind of annoying that that button is a little loose when it should kind of lock in place until the card pushes it. But it is what it is. Even if that was flawless, though, I still think it's just not really that great. I just don't think you're going to get a ton of use out of it. Again, 4 unique sounds. You're probably going to play with it for a little bit and get bored. I do really like the card that it comes with, but there'll probably be some other way in one of the future card sets to get a version of that. So again, if you're not trying to collect every version of every card, you could skip this one and just get, you know, a common or a rare or some other version of Canny later down the road, so you can make the combination with Gold Dash. Because I do think that combination is really cool. I'm really hoping we see that suit in the show, because I think it looks fantastic. And I'm super glad that I can make that combo now. But again, there'll probably be some other version of this card in some other availability. So you could probably skip this one or wait for a sale or something down the line. Probably one of the weaker weapons so far, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think. I want to hear from you, so let me know in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.